I'm Debbie Bell Hosking for Finextra TV at Sibos 2025 in Frankfurt. And I'm joined by Sophie Laguenel and Audrey Lamontagne, and they're both from LexisNexis Risk Solution, the Financial Crime Compliance Department, which leads quite nicely to our topic, which is the complexity of compliance in this world where everything has to be instant. So welcome to you both.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Debbie.
you.
There's so much to talk about, and before we go to the questions, I must just refer to something Sophie said at the top of our interview, where you said compliance is this big and instant is this big. And there is so much to get around in this industry when it comes to compliance. So let's start with the challenges. I'm going to come to you first, if I may. What's the biggest challenge you face when you build a screening solution that needs to be instant?
Yeah,
And
with
accurate.
the world evolving these days, and we have instant payments coming up in every jurisdictions and cross-border payments. So it means that you need to comply. Not only you need to comply quickly, it's instant, really instant. So you need solutions that will go very fast and that will also allow to avoid stopping payments inadvertently. So yeah, very complex.
Yeah, I mean, that's something we're not mentioning here is not only the compliance, but you don't want to have to stop those payments unnecessarily. And I know you were going to react to that.
Yes, because we help our clients do that while maintaining the confidence that they are compliant, that they can show proof of compliance. So it is about the alignment between their policies, their procedures, their configuration in, like you said, a much more shorter time window. And that's a challenge. I think that's where we find that we can bring value.
Absolutely, and it is a challenge, but yes, that collaboration brings value to the customer. So let's get back to that customer. How are you helping your customers adapt, I suppose, to industry changes like SEPA instant payments and ISO 20022, but there are plenty of industry changes. How are you, I suppose, assisting your clients?
I think it starts by a technology play. We have to have the right type of technology that can handle high throughput, high volume, to be able to just keep up with that very short time window, with the powerful and reliability that it requires. And at the same time, we need to be able to secure our clients that the types of checks that they're doing is at the right level of confidence. And that's where I think the balance between the two and the ease of integration and the management of volume and the use of automation that maybe you can go over is absolutely paramount.
And the flexibility and the configurability of the system. Indeed, we are looking at customers with very large organizations and very complex organizations and compliance requirements that might differ depending on the regions. So it's very important to bring everything very configurable so that to be able to ingest any type of transaction, any type of list, and adapt the screening process to and the alert review to the needs of our customers.
And concretely speaking, how we in the product organization, inventing the new capabilities, the new generations, how we do that is an absolute partnership with the reality of our clients. So we have client groups, round tables, discovery sessions, one-on-one with them to really understand the detail of the problem, come up with a solution together, validate our designs across the community, even before one line of code is built. And then once we go around and they believe that the capability is interesting in terms of the value, but is also going to be acceptable, and model validation now being a construct, even when it comes to screening, that work that we do together with actual users is what makes the difference.
Mm-hmm. And of course, still on the topic of helping your customers, off camera, we were the three of us were talking about how payment rails and the new payment rails are becoming a topic here, very much so at Sibos. How do you see you assisting and approaching that topic with your clients?
It's really through this flexibility and configurability, being able to ingest any type of data and making it fit for the compliance and for the screening. So we have mapping capabilities to be a bit technical so that we can adapt to anything.
And we do want them to be fairly autonomous, so they shouldn't rely on our experts. And it's also important that we do not custom the programs that we build for them. So it's that layer of configurability that allows them to have their own fit with the complexities and their geographies, their risk appetite as well, while all having the same solution. So when they speak to the regulator, they can show they have an industry standard type of solution, and they feel the confidence for that.
And just listening to you both talk, I can just see how much innovation is core to what you are doing. So what innovation are you developing to help your compliance teams react swiftly to changes, let's say, in regulation?
Well, what we are right now working on is obviously further automation. So further automation today, with the state that AI is in, even though we don't want to do AI for AI's sake, we want to use it in the right places where we can save time and energy for our clients, where it can be explainable. So we're looking at ways to accelerate some of the operations that are either before screening or after screening, a key element. We're also looking at AI to improve the data quality coming in.
So being able to identify the type of data, so to have a better screening, so that you are more smarter in what you do, what you compare, what you look for,
The modularity is also super important because not all of our clients are moving at the same pace. So that's something we're looking at as well.
Yes. And Audrey, we were talking about the end customer earlier. And so even that is a complexity in itself, getting that balance right between your end customer and being compliant with regulation. So how do you do that when you're building solutions?
Yeah, that's a real true challenge, because indeed there are so many requirements coming from the compliance, from the regulators to impose checks. But at the same time, you have to be mindful of the end user who's trying to make a payment and is waiting for the payment to be processed. So avoiding stopping payments without any good reason to do so. So reducing the friction as much as possible in the payment processing.
One of the ways that we're right now looking at with our bank clients, large ones and less large ones, is to be able to communicate between them through our common solution. So building an FCC consortium that will allow that journey of our clients to be more frictionless, and also provides new insights so that there's some duplication of screening where it's not needed, while making sure that the true bad actors are stopped.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. So Audrey and Sophie, thank you so much for joining us here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.